Imagine a world of gods and monsters, heroes and villains, all intertwined in epic tales of love, war, and destiny. This is the world of Greek mythology, a vibrant tapestry woven from the imaginations of ancient Greeks. These stories, passed down through generations, weren't just bedtime stories. They were the bedrock of Greek culture. Myths explained the mysteries of the universe. Why does the sun rise and set? Apollo guides his fiery chariot across the sky. Earthquakes and storms. Mighty Zeus expresses his anger. The myths weren't scientific treatises, of course, but they offered a framework for understanding the natural world and humanity's place within it. Beyond explanation, these myths offered moral guidance. Stories about hubristic kings and vengeful gods served as cautionary tales. They reminded mortals of the importance of humility, courage, and respect for the divine. The myths also provided a shared cultural identity. From the bustling city-states to the remote villages, the Greeks shared these stories. They gathered in grand temples to honor their gods, their lives intertwined with the myths they held sacred. These weren't just stories, they were the lifeblood of a civilization. Before the gods as we know them, there was chaos. Imagine a swirling void, a formless abyss from which all things emerged. From this primordial soup came Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. Their union gave birth to the Titans, powerful giants who ruled the cosmos. Cronus, the youngest Titan, overthrew his father Uranus, ushering in a new era. But fear consumed Cronus. He believed his own children would overthrow him, just as he had overthrown his father. His solution? He swallowed them whole. However, his wife Rhea, cunning and determined, saved their youngest child, Zeus. Hidden away and raised in secret, Zeus grew strong. He eventually confronted his father, forcing Cronus to regurgitate his siblings, Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia. Thus began the Titanomachy, a legendary war that shook the heavens. Zeus and his siblings, aided by monstrous allies like the Cyclopes, fought for 10 long years against the Titans. In the end, Zeus and his cohort emerged victorious. The Titans were banished to the depths of Tartarus, a dark and dreadful abyss. Victorious and powerful, Zeus and his siblings claimed dominion over the cosmos. Zeus, as Zeus, I, the sky god, rule from atop Mount Olympus. My thunderbolts can shake the heavens and strike fear into the hearts of gods and mortals alike. Poseidon, with his trident in hand, commanded the seas.
I can whip up storms or calm the waves with just a thought.
Hades, often misunderstood, ruled the underworld, the realm of the dead. Hera, as Hera. I am Hera, Zeus's sister and wife, the goddess of marriage and family. Jealous and vengeful, I punish those who cross me, particularly Zeus's many lovers. Demeter, goddess of agriculture, ensured the earth's bounty. Her daughter Persephone became queen of the underworld, her story explaining the changing seasons.
I am Hestia, goddess of the hearth and home, representing domesticity and family unity. A peaceful presence amidst the often tumultuous Olympian family.
And then there were Zeus's many children, born from both goddesses and mortals.
I am Apollo, the radiant god of music, poetry, and the sun.
And I am Artemis, the fierce huntress and protector of wild animals.
Ares, the god of war, embodying bloodshed and violence.
Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, emerging from the sea foam. My captivating presence often stirs trouble amongst the gods.
A family tree structure illustrating the relationships of the Greek gods. Starting with primordial deities like Chaos and Gaia at the top, leading down to the Titans and then the Olympians. Briefly highlight major relationships and offspring. Section 4. Symbols of Power, Decoding the Divine Image. The Greeks didn't just tell stories about their gods, they personified them, imbuing them with human-like qualities and symbols that represented their domains. Zeus, with his flowing beard and muscular physique, was often depicted holding a thunderbolt, a symbol of his power over the sky. Hera, regal and imposing, often carried a lotus-tipped staff and wore a crown, symbols of her authority and queenly status. Poseidon, often depicted with a beard and a powerful build, was rarely seen without his trident, a three-pronged spear that could control the waves. Hades, often portrayed as stern and brooding, held a scepter or a key, representing his dominion over the underworld. Apollo, the epitome of youthful beauty, carried a lyre, symbolizing his mastery over music and poetry. Artemis, often depicted in hunting garb with a bow and arrow, embodied the untamed spirit of the wilderness. Ares, usually portrayed as a powerful warrior, was associated with weapons and armor, reflecting his role as the god of war. Aphrodite, eternally youthful and beautiful, was often accompanied by doves, sparrows, or dolphins, symbols of love, beauty, and the sea from which she was born. These symbols weren't just artistic flourishes. They were visual reminders of the gods' powers and domains, instantly recognizable to any Greek who beheld them. Section 5. Myths and Mortals. Tales of Gods and Humans. The gods of Olympus were not distant deities. They intervened in human affairs, sometimes for good, sometimes for ill. The myths are replete with tales of gods interacting with mortals, shaping destinies.
Take King Midas, who wished for everything he touched to turn to gold. The gods granted his wish, but he soon realized the folly of his desire. Even his beloved daughter turned to gold at his touch.
Then there's the epic tale of the Trojan War, sparked by the abduction of Helen by Paris. The gods took sides, shaping the course of the war.